Hey guys, it's FIFA here and welcome to the third episode of Let's FIFA 13. In this episode I pick up Jonathan to replace Mariano, who got sent off in the last game in the previous episode, and then I go up against this French side. His team is almost done, he only needs 2 more French players, and his defense were all done, and I could feel that because he was really solid in the defense, but I managed to get this goal in the 40th minute. A nice McGee spin by Elgerson and a nice place shot into the bottom corner. And I'm up 1-0. But this was actually my first real chance in this game because his defense, as I said, were really solid. But a nice goal, McGee spin past 2 players, and then in the 45th minute my opponent gets this chance. It hits the heel of my defender, and look at this, what is the keeper doing? And my opponent gets a lucky rebound goal. And as I said, he was really solid in the defense, and when I'm not in front, I tend not to do that many skill moves because I'm still competitive, I want to win. So I kept pushing on to get a goal, but I just couldn't break his defense, and it was not until the end of the game that I really got some chances. You see here, I pass it around, and I find Elgerson, and I actually thought that this shot went wide, but apparently his keeper saved it, and I get another corner. And Ronaldinho crosses in, and we got Dede heading it over the goal. And this was pretty much the end of the game, and was so frustrating losing those 2 points because I thought he got a really lucky goal there. But I go out and buy Felipe Santana as a substitute for my centre back, and then I go out and strengthen my attack because I just felt Kelvin didn't do it for me in the last game. So you guys suggested to get Lamela in episode 1, so I decided, hey, let's get Lamela and try and see how good he is. And I get a 4-3-2-1 formation for him as well. Then I go out and get Asamoah to get a bit more chemistry out of Lamela, and at the same time he links perfectly up with Pirlo because they both play for Juventus. And I wanted to get Boateng, but he's just way too expensive, so Asamoah did a great job there. Then I went out to get Felipe Luis. As you can see, I tried to get him on an open bid, but his price went way too high to what I wanted to pay. And then I found him on the 59th minute for 1,500 coins in the right formation. And the same thing I did for Muriel, not in the right formation, but I got him quite cheap on the 59th minute. And I go out and buy a formation card for him as well. And I'm ready to play my next game. And as you can see, I moved Pirlo onto the center mid. He played on the left center mid before. And then I put Ronaldinho out on the left center mid, and Asamoah on the right center mid, and Lamela and Muriel in the attack. And as you can see, my opponent here, he got a pretty nice Bundesliga side. He only needs 2 more players to having it done, but he can't do anything against my newly substitutes. Look at this, nice skill from Felipe Luis, a nice flicker from Rubinho, overhead flick, and look at this, wow, what a goal, right into the top corner, sweet goal by Rubinho. And even though the overhead flick wasn't perfect, the finish was absolutely perfect into the top corner. And we'll just watch the replay. Look at this, nice flick up, a juggle on the side of the foot, and look at this, right into the top corner, sweet goal by Rubinho. And I get the ball almost straight from the kickoff, 7th minute, some nice passing around. I got Pirlo and Ronaldinho in the midfield, so passing is ideal to do. And the ball ends up with Rubinho, does a fake shot, a drag back, and I get a penalty. And I'm not quite sure if it was a penalty, but I'll take it. And as you can see, my opponent, he didn't agree it was a penalty, and he ends up rage quitting. And I get 3 more points. So now I'm on 7 points in my season, and well on my way to promotion, as you can see here. So I go into my 3rd game of this episode, I believe it is. And this side is pretty nice. Premier League side, all goal players, pretty solid side. But after I made those... bought all those players, it felt like getting Pirlo into the center mid. He really does a lot better than out on the left center mid because he's defensive as well. And look at this from Rubinho. Wow, what a goal. Again, last game he scored a nice volley into the top corner, and now a nice goal from distance, like 30 yards into the bottom corner. And yeah, guys, get Rubinho. He's really good. Great pace, he got great dribbling and 5-star skills as well. A really nice goal here from him. And I'm up 1-0. But yeah, I was talking about Pirlo. He's really good in having on the center mid instead of the left center mid, because from there he can pass it out to both wingers easily. He's easy to find, and then he defensive. He's really good. He's always back. He's not always like whenever the opponent does a counter attack, he's always standing near the midfield and ready to take the ball. So a really good player having in the center mid instead of having on the left center mid. And as you can see here, I'm having everything in this game because the side just felt good to play with. I enjoyed playing with this side, and having Pirlo and Asamoah in the midfield really gave some, I guess, balance to the team, both forward and backwards. And as you see here, I get a penalty somehow. I'm not sure how this was a penalty, but I'll take it. And I thought, hey, I got Pirlo. He's got a pretty sweet penalty in the Euros penalty shootout. And look at this, a nice chip, and he actually dives to the side, and I score the goal. And as you can see in the replay in just a moment, which I still think is a pretty cool replay. Look at that, that's a nice angle. But as you can see here, he hits the ball, he stands still, and then he dives. I can't believe what my opponent was thinking, because he could have saved that. He shouldn't have moved to the side. But I'll take it, and I'm up 2-0. And I keep doing those skills, and Lamela is actually pretty good as well, and he feels a lot better than Kelvin as well. So I'm most likely going to sell Kelvin, because a silver player just won't cut it against gold players. And as when you play seasons, it's about bringing your best squad, not squads that are even, like it was in FIFA 12, where if you had a silver side, you'd meet a silver side. Here it's about getting the best squad and just go at it. So I'm most likely going to sell Kelvin and see if I can get a player like Neymar or maybe Ibrahimovic. But this episode is coming to an end. This is the final chance. I overhead flick and not a bicycle kick. I really hoped he would have biked it into the goal, but that will have to wait for another episode. But yeah, the game is over, and I get another 3 points, and I secure promotion. So I'm on my way to Division 4. But I still have the chance to win the title of this division, which we will have to find out in the next episode. So yeah guys, that's all. I talk to you later.